Got Lindsay from Scottsdale, Arizona.
Wow.
Welcome, Lindsay, to Clean Radio. How are you?
I'm good. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we
Yes.
can. Welcome to Clean Radio, Lindsay.
Hi, Lindsay.
Hello, how are you guys?
Very well,
Very
thank
well.
you. What's up with you?
What's going on?
I have a question.
Sure.
Good question. How much, for drinking is too much? For an adult woman who works very, very hard, young adult person, I bring this question up because I went to a doctor's appointment and they say, how much do you drink per week? And they said moderate was 1 to 3 drinks and anything above that was excessive. So I'm just wondering.
Well, only you can answer that question, Lindsay, really, at the end of the day. Obviously these two guys, they're experts in that field, but, it's a question that really only you can answer because one man's moderate is another man's aperitif,
Did the question scare you? Did you feel like you're drinking much more than what you thought you were in terms of what people view as moderate or
Excessive.
Well, yeah, you split a bottle of wine with someone. It's 2 glasses each. You think about it that way. It's like, I've already hit excessive drinking. I just don't know when it becomes a problem or how much is too much, or would you do it?
I'll tell you a couple things. One thing is that question on the doctor's form always cracked me up because when you're out there and you're drinking and most people lie about that checklist,
Right, yes.
even against their own interests. Because you're right, on that checklist, 2 to 3 drinks a week is considered moderate, and anything over 5 is considered heavy. And it's when you click or check over 5. They tend to look at how much you're then drinking from there. So it's a bit of a trick question to see if you'll even admit to 5. But the reality is like Michael was saying, it's not really about any one person. Some people can tolerate 11 drinks a week and have no problem. Some people can tolerate only 1 drink, and then next thing you know, they're off to the races, and they have a real problem with it. They have extreme behavior shifts.
Yeah, there's a great question that you can ask yourself, which is, are you desperate for the next drink? Do you desperately need to drink?
That's a great point. The question is also, why did it bother you what they said?
Yeah, why are you asking this question?
That's the biggest question is why, because I'll just be honest, my father doesn't
answer.
Yeah. Lindsay?
Yes,
Lindsay's drinking.
Yeah.
It bugged me.
Put the drink down, Lindsay.
I was bothered.
You just got bothered by the question?
No, by the question on the. I was thinking, well, I do drink it. You drink a lot. People always have excuses, like it was in college, and then you get out of college, and then you start working, then you're stressed.
That's a good point. All these things are excuses for heavy drinking, and there's transitional drinking where people will drink a lot when they're in college, and then they'll get out of college, and then they won't drink as much. They'll drink much less. If your drinking is bothering you for some reason, that generally signifies that you have a problem. And the fact that you're calling the show sort of signifies that you might have an issue that you want to look at.
Yeah, if you're gonna think of the question, then obviously it's on your mind, and you should maybe do a little research on it. But my whole thing was, can I get through without a drink? Answer no. It's very basic. If you think there's a problem, there's a problem.
Right.
And Lindsay, let me ask you a question. How old are you? And I could ask a woman that over the radio since it's just okay.
I'm 24.
Okay.
Me too. What an astonishing coincidence.
All 3 of us.
That's unbelievable.
So Lindsay, and I think
Lindsay, I think it's because I graduated high school early. I graduated college very, very early, and I got out into the workforce. I was 20. So then you hit those other years wherever all these adult functions, you go to cocktail parties, and it's very, very social. And then I just find myself kind of, am I going off the deep end here? I'm,
Lindsay, the questions that you're asking are sort of complex and would take a long time to answer. But, but I really appreciate the call. What I'm going to do is put you back on the line with our producer and let her put you on the line with one of our counselors.
Good luck,
so they
Lindsay.
can go through some of these issues. But, I'm really glad you called because even if you don't end up having a problem, it's good to always be examining it and looking to see what's really going on. And,
yes, well, thank you very much, guys.
okay,
Thank you,
Lindsay.
By the way, you're listening to Clean Radio. We're in the studio tonight with Michael DeBar.